What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Super grateful for you guys being here for the show as always. I want you guys to make sure you smash that like button, make sure you comment and subscribe to the content, especially if you're new. We welcome all kinds of fans here. It doesn't matter if you're an Eagles fan, doesn't matter if you're a Sixers fan, a Phillies fan, a Flyers fan, doesn't matter what team you support or what city you're from. We welcome you to the fold. We welcome you to Chalk It Up Sports. And I'm just grateful to be in your presence. You know, over here we love to not only talk about sports, but we love to talk about real life. And, you know, sometimes real life affects the sports. Sometimes sports affect the real life, right? And they're a marriage. They go hand in hand. And I want to continue to grow this show to not only just shed light on what's going on in the sports world, but also to shed light what's going on in our world, right? Our respective worlds. You know, we all have very unique experiences in this world that we live in. We all come from different walks of life. We all have different upbringings. We all have accumulated a various set of experiences. And through those experiences, it shapes us to be who we are. We are our experiences. Now we don't have to let them define us, but we are a culmination of all things we have experienced. And then we find a way to carve out who we want to be based on our experiences. You know, you have some people who take life a little too seriously. You got some people who don't take life serious at all. You got some people who take life as serious as they need to take it at certain moments. And I think that's where I'm at, right? You know, you got some people who are about their business, some people who aren't about their business, some people who play around with their future, some people who take their future very seriously and understand that it's more than just being about them. It's about the people that's connected to them. Like I said, we go through things in life. We all experience different things, and at some point, on some level, it defines who we are going forward. And we have to make decisions on whether or not we're going to grow from our experiences or we're going to regress from our experiences. And I say all that to say, I've been thinking a lot lately, and of course, we're going to talk about the sports. But like I said, I'm giving you guys more than just sports talk here. I'm giving you guys real talk here, and that's pretty much what Chalk It Up is all about. We go through things every single day, but for the most part, we just got to charge it to the game, no matter if we win or if we lose. No matter if we get what we want or don't get what we want. Charge it to the game. It is what it is. Chalk it up. That's how we living over here. And you know, outside of the sports, I see a lot, and some things I'm pleased with, some things I'm not pleased with. You know, not many people probably talk about this, but it's a lot of grown ass boys and grown ass girls here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of grown boys and grown girls in this world. And, grown men, grown women, they come in short supply these days. You know, and look, I understand it's a bunch of different age groups watching this content, right? But regardless if you age 20, 25, 30, 35, if you age 15, 18, whatever it is, whatever your age bracket is, you either going to learn something or you're going to understand where I'm coming from because you know what I'm talking about. People think that because you reach a certain age, your mindset naturally changes. Because you're 30 or 25 or 40, because you're of age to buy a pack of cigarettes or to drink alcohol, because you're of age, people think that makes you a man or that makes you a woman. And throughout this podcast, I'm going to try not to speak towards women or speak about women because I'm not a woman. I can't speak about women's experiences. All I can do is listen and learn, right? But I can definitely speak about the men's perspective, right? And like I said, it's a lot of grown ass boys out here. It's a lot of them. You see, everybody want to be grown until it's time to be grown. Stick with me, y'all. Dog. I don't want to lose y'all. Everybody want to be grown until it's time to be grown. And like I said, I can't speak for women. I'm not going to do that. It's a lot of young brothers out here. It's a lot of young men out here who think they got it all figured out, who think that they shit don't stink. You dig what I'm saying? And that's not the reality at all. So it's a lot of grown boys out here that's not about their business, that's not about their responsibilities, not about taking care of their priorities, taking care of their family. That's just out here playing too much. And me, honestly, I'm far from perfect. I think I'm still developing and growing and learning every single day. Don't get it twisted. But look, I keep it 100 with y'all because y'all my people. I don't play around with my time. I don't play around with my people. I don't play around with my life. I don't play around with my responsibilities. I don't play around with my goals and my craft and my desires. And no, I don't play around with that stuff because that stuff means a lot to me. And I'm going to do everything I need to do to get what I want in this world. Through faith in God and through hard work and diligence. I'm going to get what's owed to me. I'm going to get what I deserve. But there's so many people out here who keep shortchanging themselves. They shortchanging themselves because maybe they ain't got no sense of direction. Maybe they don't have nobody supporting them. Maybe they just out here just acting a fool, even if they got the support. You know, it kills me the most when you see people who got support. They got the strong family foundation. They got people that love them, and they still out here acting a fool. This is what I mean by you got grown boys out here thinking they grown men. You got people out here misconstruing what it means to be a real one. Nah. You know what it means to be a real one? Being yourself. Being in tune with your spirit, being in tune with your goals, your desires, being in tune with your hard work and your ethics and your morals. That's what's being a grown man. That's a grown man. Nobody want to talk about that though. And I might make some people uncomfortable today. Like I told you, chalk it up sports is continuing to elevate. And we're going to continue to increase the things we talk about. We're going to continue to get real. And it's always going to come back to the sports. Don't get it twisted. It's always going to come back to the sports. It will. But we live in real life too. And I got to get y'all daily dose of that. I got to get y'all I got to get y'all me. I had to give y'all who I am at the end of the day. I love sports. Y'all see how I'm carrying it? Y'all see what I stand for? But at the same time, y'all got to get me through this. I want y'all to get to know me. I want y'all to know who y'all dealing with, not just the stats, not just the football takes or the basketball takes. I need y'all to get to know me, what I believe in. And I'm not here to change no hearts. I'm not here to change nobody's mind. I'm not here to preach. That's not my style. I'm not here to judge who you are or who you ain't. I'm here to tell you, hey, this is what I think. And you can do with it with what you made. Like I said, some people may get offended and they may click off of this live stream. Some people may lock in this and they say, yo, bro, speaking facts. That's okay. So whoever listening. Whoever learning. You know, I don't put myself on a pedestal where it's, oh, I'm a teacher or I'm judge, jury, executioner. Nah, none of that. I just give my thoughts about things I've seen, things I've experienced, and I try to apply it. And if you can learn something from it, that's a blessing right there. But best believe I'm here to walk with you, not walk ahead of you. I'm here to walk with you. That's all. So it's like you got people out here claiming they grown men, but they ain't taking care of their business. They're not taking care of their responsibilities. Come on. Come on, y'all. And let's keep it real too. Let's keep it real about this, right? I mentioned you got some people out here that's BSing. Maybe they ain't got the right guidance, right? Maybe they ain't got the proper support. Maybe they do have the right support. Who knows? But everybody you look up to ain't thorough. Everybody you look up to ain't really that guy or ain't really that woman. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody you look up to don't have the purest of intentions or the purest of hearts. Don't get it twisted. Your favorite athlete, your favorite celebrity, your favorite rapper, your favorite actor can and potentially will let you down. So that's why I think it's important, it's imperative for me to be me at the end of the day through this content. And I can't turn that down. I can't turn that off. Because at the end of the day, this is my livelihood right here. This is my livelihood. And I'll be damned if I'm up here lying and capping. I try to breathe what I believe. And I'm human. I make mistakes. I have setbacks like everybody else. But no, my intentions are pure. No, my heart is pure. No, my goal is to always to learn and listen before I speak and judge. I got a lot of people that I love in life. And everybody ain't living right. That's just the facts. You know, my dad taught me a valuable lesson growing up. A valuable lesson. And it sticks with me to this day. He said, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. But a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. You see, me personally, I never was one of those kids that needed to do dumb shit so I could learn some shit. You feel me? And I'm doing a lot of cursing this episode, because you know what? I find myself censoring myself at times. And I'm just going to speak freely. Is that okay with y'all? If I speak freely, we human at the end of the day. We all curse every now and again. Some of us don't curse. It is what it is. Some of us have a more robust lexicon of words to access. I'm still expanding my vocabulary. So excuse me if I curse a little bit. I consider myself to have a pretty good handle on the English language myself, but I'm still expanding my lexicon. So excuse me if I speak freely and I throw in some curse words here and there, you guys. Bear with me. But my dad taught me a smart man learn from his own mistakes. A wise man learn from the mistake of others. I was never one of those young boys. I was never one of those kids that needed to bump his head once, twice, 3 times to know that, damn, that might hurt. I was always real in tune with the people I love and how they moved and how that could potentially affect me if I moved the same way. If I got plenty of family members that been down, that lost their freedom, and that's just getting it back. I got family members that wasn't doing as well as they could have been, wasn't making the best decisions they could. So many things go into that. Life is cumulative. Life has nuance. But at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves. We are responsible for our own actions. And in order, in my eyes, to be considered a grown man, in order, in my eyes, to be considered a grown woman, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You gotta cross your T's and dot every I. You got to take care of business when it's time to take care of business. Nobody's saying that, you got to take life serious all the time. Have fun, enjoy your moments. That's what life's all about. Somebody enjoying it, smelling the roses, taking it all in. But the thing is, you got to know when it's time to work. You got to know when it's time to lock in. Too many people out here not locked in enough. Did the pandemic not teach anybody anything? And again, I am not preaching. I am not judging. I am just speaking my thoughts. And if I make you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, but I'm going to continue to share my truth. You ain't got to go through dumb stuff to learn something. Everybody is different. And I respect anybody that went through anything and bounced back from it. I respect anybody and everybody who've been through trials and tribulations, who've been through the gutter, who've been through hell and back and managed to live and tell the story. I got so much respect for those type of people. Like I said, everyone's journey is different. Some people learn at different rates, but at some point, you gotta learn. At some point, you have to learn. Don't resist learning. Don't resist using your experiences to carve out a better life for yourself. Don't resist it. The more you resist, the more you will fail. There's so many people I know, so many people that look like me, from where I'm from. They so resistant to growth. They so resistant to change. It's poison to them. They continue to put themselves in situations that kept them down in the first place. Be mindful who you look up to. Be mindful who you put your faith in. Be mindful of false idols. Be mindful. You got people that you think got your back, people that you think have your best interests. Stop it. They'll sell you down the river. Stop it. So you know what you got to do? You got to do everything you can to take care of your business. You got to do everything you can to take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? You got to do everything you can to put yourself in position to change the lives of the people around you. I'm far from perfect, and I'm going to continue to say that because some people like to use it against you. Whenever you speak a certain way about certain things and then you make mistakes, people like to use it against you. Oh, Tone, you talking like this, but oh, damn, we just seeing you. Listen, I'm human. I make mistakes, but know my heart, know my actions, know my intention, know my track record. I'm the same young boy from North Philly. I just learned a little different. I just picked up some things along the way. I just paid attention to some guys that wasn't really doing the right thing, and I realized I needed to do the right thing. I give credit to my parents. My parents was together for a little bit, and then they weren't together for a long time. My parents aren't together at all. My parents are happily in their respective situations, happily married, away from each other. But they co-parent, they coexist, right? And everybody go through different things at different times, and we learn at different rates, and that's okay. But at some point, you gotta figure it out, and you gotta trust the work you put in. You can't allow people that you thought had your best interest to drag you back. We all got a story, and all our stories are different, regardless of what team we support, regardless if you're an Eagles fan, regardless if you're a Cowboys fan, or a Giants, or a Washington Commanders, or a Chargers fan, or a Chiefs fan, or Broncos, or Jets, whatever team you support, Sixers, Lakers, Knicks, and whatever team you support. At the end of the day, we human first. And at some point, the human element got to kick in. At some point, we got to say, you know what? I got to lock in. We talk so much. It's so funny being in this sports talk. You learn a lot about people. You learn a lot about humans. You listen to the way people speak. A lot of people talk about some of these athletes' work ethic when they got the poorest work ethic in the world. You see people, and again, I'm learning this being in this sports game. You see people have expectations out of people that they will never put on themselves. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? Like, let's look at it from this perspective. Let's take it a step further. Let's think about some of these young rookies that come into the league now. I told you, we're going to slowly get to the sports. We're peeling back the layers. I got y'all. Just stay with me. Hold my hand. I got you. Think about some young athletes that come in to the leagues, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the MLS, Bundesliga, and the Champions League or the Europa, league, and you know what I'm saying? Italia, Serie A, and Serie B, MLB. Think about any sports league you can think of. Even college sports. Think about all of those sports leagues. It's a lot of pressure putting those young men to succeed. It's a lot of pressure putting those young men to make right decisions. It's a lot of pressure putting those young men to be mindful of people who want the best for them and who may only want the worst for them. They got to be mindful of people who want to give, and they got to be mindful of people who just want to take. It's not easy being a pro athlete. A lot of people like to pretend, oh, it's easy because they got all this revenue, all these revenue streams, all this capital, all this money. They think it's easy being that person. It's not easy being anyone. It's not easy walking in anybody's shoes because everyone has their own trials and tribulations. It's not easy. It's not easy walking through anybody's life. It's not easy. Everyone has been through their own things that have shaped them and defined them and molded them to who they are today. We are all different and all unique in our own various experiences. We need to respect each other's experiences. We need to respect it because you can learn something from another person. But you ever wonder what it's like to be a rookie in pro sports? Just yesterday you was broke. Now today you got 10, 15, 20 million in the bank. Think about that. Think about being broke on a Monday. You a millionaire by Friday. Because of your ability to dribble a ball, your ability to catch a ball, your ability to throw a ball, your ability to hit somebody, your ability to skate and hit a circular object in the net. Sometimes we got to boil things down to its simplest form to really understand how primitive it is. You know, I think about pro athletes because I'm in this craft, right? This is my livelihood, and I'm learning more and more. And one of the things I told myself is when I entered this game, I said I'm not going to be one of those guys that do things just to be seen, do things just to be heard, say things just to get a click, or just to get views. I'm never going to be that person. It's not who I am. I'm a worker. I'm a grinder. I have respect for people. And just because this person make millions of dollars dribbling this ball or throwing this ball or whatever may have you, just because they make millions of dollars doing that, that don't make them any more or any less human than me. You know, I think about young rookies like Jordan Davis for the Philadelphia Eagles, Nakobe Dean, you know, Cam Jurgens and Grant Calcaterra, Karan Johnson, Devonta Smith when we drafted him, even Jalen Reagor. You know, I think about all these young guys, and I think to myself, damn, you was just this, and now you was just that, and now you this. You was just here, and now you there. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to be human these days. A lot of pressure to be human these days. A lot. You know, we live in a society where people judge your every single move. We live in a society where every move you make is judged to the 9th degree. We live in a very unforgiving society. But we all want forgiveness. You dig what I'm saying? We all want forgiveness, but we're not willing to give forgiveness. Ain't that something? I'm just keeping it real with y'all because y'all my people. Y'all my people. And I trust y'all with my voice. I trust y'all with my content. I trust y'all. I think about that kid, Jordan Davis. And it's a lot of pressure on him to succeed in Philadelphia. Drafted top 15. I think he was drafted 13th overall. A lot of pressure on that young man to be the heir apparent to Fletcher Cox. A lot of pressure on Jordan Davis to come in and make an immediate impact. A lot of pressure on him. I think about Jalen Reagor. When we drafted him 2 years ago, And sometimes I ask myself, are we too hard on Jalen Reagor? Are we too hard on Jalen Reagor? Let's put it in perspective. He didn't ask to be drafted in the first round. He didn't draft himself in the first round. He didn't choose to come to Philly. That was just the cards that he was dealt. And look, y'all, it's easy to go at Jalen Reagor right now. It's so easy. He makes it easy at times. Let's be totally honest. It's easy to go at Jalen Reagor. I get it. I get it. It's easy to do so. But he didn't choose to come to Philly. He damn sure didn't draft himself. As a matter of fact, you ever wonder, and follow me here, you guys. I need you to follow me. You ever wonder if Reagor himself was surprised to be drafted in the first round? Really think about that for a second, y'all. You ever wonder if he was surprised himself to be drafted in the first round? Because most people projected him as a second or third round pick, right? You ever wonder if he was surprised? If he was genuinely like, whoa, he didn't even come to the draft. He didn't think he was going in the first round. He didn't even show up. Now, granted, a lot of people don't show up to the draft these days. But, and I also think, wasn't that the COVID year? I take that back. That was the COVID year. Nobody showed up. Sorry, you guys. That was the COVID year. The draft was virtual. The entire draft was virtual. But I'm telling you, I doubt you that young man thought he was going in the first round. So when he was drafted in the first round, the pressure mounted. And then coming to a city like Philly, the pressure is tenfold. Trust me, y'all, we know how we are. We know how we are in this city. We know who we know how Philly get. We know, right? We know Philly is a treacherous place for athletes if you're not built to last. If you're not a hard worker, we eat you up and chew you, chew you up and spit you out alive. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So I say this. Yes, Jalen Reagor has not produced first round results. I'll say it again. It's understood that Jalen Reagor has not produced first round results. We get it. And we also understand, I understand, the NFL is a results-based business. If you're not doing it, get off the pot. If you're not showing value, your check won't clear. Straight and simple. They called the NFL for a reason, not for long. You're constantly trying to prove your worth every single day. Not just in football, but any sport. But football, especially because the contracts aren't guaranteed. Not all of them. Not fully guaranteed, no. But again, I understand Reagor has not produced first round results. Jalen Reagor, by many people's estimation, has been a disappointment. And fans have been brutal. Shit, I've been brutal. I'll admit it. I'll be honest because I'm a man first. And I stand on what I say. I've been brutal of Jalen Reagor many, many, many times in the past. I've been on record saying I gave up on a kid. I've been on record saying that. But at what point do we focus on the man? At what point do we focus on the human? I'll be the first to admit it. I crucified Jalen Reagor before. I've crucified that young man as if he wasn't human, as if he didn't go through things like anybody else. I've gotten on that man's case because the NFL is a results business. He has not produced first-round results. But his trials and tribulations since being in the NFL have not been easy. Because losing people you love, losing people that mean everything to you, losing people that you hold dear, losing people who supported you and loved you and had your back from the very beginning when you wasn't in the league, when you didn't have no money, when you wasn't well known. Loss in and of itself is never easy. Think about yourselves for a moment. How many times have we lost someone we loved and had to go to work the next day? Think about yourselves for a moment. How many of us have lost people we care about, people that we hold dear, people that we thought would never leave us? How many people of us have lost people and had to go to work the next day and pretend like it never even happened? We don't live in that man's world. He doesn't live in ours. I don't live in your world, but I respect your world. I respect your experiences. I respect your pain. I respect your triumphs. I respect your failures. I respect your success. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. How many of us had to go to work the next day after losing somebody that we hold dear? How many of us cried in our cubicles? How many of us cried in the factories? How many of us cried in the bathroom? How many of us cried in the locker room? How many of us cried on the way to work? How many of us cried on the way home from work? How many of us cried in the shower? So again, think about yourself going to work every day dealing with trauma. It's not easy because we all have our respective experiences. We all have our respective pains and traumas that we've been through. And who am I? Who am I to judge you for how you respond to trauma? Who am I to judge you how you respond to pain? Who am I? Who am I? I'm just a man. I'm just a human, just like you. And I'm talking to everybody, man, woman, whatever your walk of life is, whatever you identify as. Who am I to judge you in the shoes you walk in when I have never even begun to sniff your pain? Who am I? So many people give Jalen Reagor hell. I seen little tweets here and there when Jalen Reagor lost his best friend in a car accident. I seen little tweets and I was disgusted of what people bring themselves to say. It breaks my heart to know that we live in a society where people don't give a damn what you've been through. All they care about is what you've given them or what you haven't given them. Make sure you guys smash that like button on the live stream. We're going up today. I really appreciate y'all for being here. There's so many demons out here. People that's just, where they soul at, where they heart at, where's their empathy? People just tweeting just to be funny. People just trying to get a retweet, trying to get a like, trying to get heart emojis, just trying to get recognition for being assholes. At what point do we say, you know what? Damn, my brother. Football aside, I pray for you and I pray for your well-being. I pray for your family. At what point do we say, you know what? It's just a game. This is a real life man we're talking about. You see, too many of us are playing Madden all day. Too many of us are looking at these athletes like they're just numbers on the back of jerseys. Don't forget it's a name up there, a last name, a legacy, a family tree. You dig what I'm saying? And look, y'all, I'm here to just share my heart, my passion. And if you agree or disagree, whatever it is, just know that it's my truth. It's what I believe. And if you with it, that's great. If you're not with it, that's great too. But I think it's important that we start to take our platforms a little bit more seriously as content creators. I think it's time. And look, I'm not trying to be self-righteous. You know, you're going to have people try to say, oh, Tone's self-righteous. He on his soapbox today. You know what I'm saying? Tone on his soapbox. He try and preach. People come here for their sports. Okay, they going to get their sports. Y'all going to get y'all sports. I ain't talking about politics, none. I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about real life. You go to work every day, bust your ass, and you still get talked to like trash. And they don't give a damn about what you went through. How would you feel if that was broadcasted on a public forum? How would you feel if it's not easy to balance your highs and your lows? And this is what I'm trying to get to. Everyone is different. Everyone responds to pain, responds to trauma significantly differently from each other. Some of us have to learn to cope and learn to channel that energy into prosperity. Some of us have to learn to channel losses into gains. I've lost people. But it's not up to us to tell how someone should react to loss when it keeps happening. When you haven't recovered. We can want whatever we want for another man, for another woman. You can want whatever we want, but that's self-serving. That's self-serving if you ask me. You can't want the best for someone but only want the best for them if it means you get what you want in the process. That's not genuine to me. And you're right, Whoops. They'll never say it to his face. Like, yes, it's important for everyone to be able to channel their pain into progress. It's important for us to learn how to channel our trauma into triumph. It's important for us to learn that. It's so important for us to learn that. It's not easy to do. We have to remind ourselves, we're still maturing as young people. How old is Jalen Reagor? Can somebody please tell me Jalen Reagor's age? Can somebody please tell me Jalen Reagor's age? Because This young man is in his early 20s. He's the breadwinner of his family. His career isn't going the way he expected. And he's dealing with loss. How easy is that to recover from? Be honest with yourself. Imagine if you were the breadwinner of your family. Imagine if what you made imagine that your income was the make or break for your family. Imagine if your career was on the line every single year, every single game. Like, I can't tell somebody when to get over something. I can't do that. I can't. I can't tell someone how to get over something, when to get over something, why they should get over something. I can't do that. That's not up to me. But you know where it starts? It starts with getting up every single day. Chris Kaufman, thank you. Jalen Reagor is 23 years old. 23 years old. To put it in perspective, I'm 27. It took me forever to get where I am today. Just mentally, just emotionally. And I'm still growing, still figuring myself out, still dealing with everyday life like everybody else. Just like you are. We should never stop learning. We should never stop learning about ourselves. But I can't tell that man how to channel his trauma. I can only hope for the best and pray for that young man. I can't tell him how to channel it. I can't. I can't tell him how to respond. I can't. But what's important is that we support the young man that got the midnight green on and say, you know what, young brother? I understand that you are not having the career that you anticipated. I understand that you're not providing the production that we thought that we should get from a first round pick. But damn, check in, make sure, like, support him as a man first. Like, it's important for us to show solidarity. I know some of you guys saw some of those tweets of people going at him when his homie died. Come on, man. And look, I'll be the first to admit, I was one of the people early on who used to get on Jalen Reagor about what he wasn't doing. I used to give him hell. But I fell back from crucifying him. I fell back from killing Jalen Reagor. I fell back from that because I realized it's not cool. It's you're beating the dead horse. He's 23 years old. His career is yet to be written. At age 23, I had no idea how to cope with things. And as young men, come on, man, being young men, we all know how volatile young men, the mindset of us, it can be. We all know how volatile, how radioactive a young male's mind can be, a young man's mind can be. We all know how erratic it can be. So I just think that we need to be a little bit more empathetic as a fan base. I think us content creators need to take a step back and realize, well, what we actually do for a living. Or even if it's just your passion or a side hustle, whatever it is. I think it's important for us to always step back and just look at things through a different lens. To always look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm human. They're human. But we get so wrapped up in the Twitter sphere. We get so wrapped up in the Instagram lifestyles. We get so wrapped up in other people's lives that we forget to focus on our own. You see, you got people out here that's demanding the most out of someone else that they don't demand out of themselves. Make it make sense. You want this young man to produce, yet you lazy about the things lazy about what you do. Come on now. They're not robots. They're not in the military or nothing like that. They play a sport. And yes, football is tribal. Yes, we all want our teams, our respective teams, to be great. We all want that. But at the end of the day, I'ma still do me. I'ma still support my team. I'ma still support the players. Whatever happens. And look, even when the game is on, if he drop a pass, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, damn, bro, how you drop that? I'm a human being. I'm gonna react things in the heat of the moment. But I'm not gonna take it with me. I'm not gonna use that to drag this brother. So I think we need to just give Jalen Reagor a little bit of a break, especially since he didn't really draft. He didn't draft himself. He didn't choose to come to Philly. And like I said, maybe he didn't even think he was going in the first round. He didn't think he was going ahead of Justin Jefferson. He didn't think that. He saw Justin Jefferson on the board. He said, oh, okay, I ain't going to Philly. He got drafted. He was like, what? You dig what I'm saying? That's all. I'm not trying to kill nobody. I ain't trying to judge nobody, y'all. I just care about y'all. Y'all my people. Y'all my tribe. And I think it's imperative that I continue to grow with my audience. I think it's important that I continue to grow with my platform. And I want you guys to grow along with me as well, because I'm 27. I started this sports channel when I was 25, I think, 24. And I've changed a lot since then. I've gotten married. I've learned a lot. I've lost a lot. I've cried a lot. I've celebrated a lot. A lot has changed. But I think it's imperative that you guys continue to get to know me. I think it's imperative that I continue to be who I am. You dig what I'm saying? I think it's important that I continue to share my truth. And hopefully we can learn from each other. I've seen a lot of people telling their stories, their testimonies in the live chat. And I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed to be able to actually be in your presence. I'm so grateful to be here with people who continue to share their stories and treat people with respect. And of course, we're going to talk our trash with our sports teams. That's just the fun part. But I think it's also important that we all realize that we're human and we have respect for each other and we love each other. You know what I'm saying? And we continue to build our community and expand our community. You know what I'm saying? But life is something that you have to continue to be accountable for. You have to be accountable for your own decisions. You have to be accountable for the energy you put out there. And you have to just know who you are and be yourself and trust yourself and love yourself and love the people around you and be empathetic to the next human, to the next man, to the next woman. Let's just all continue to be the best version of ourselves, strive for greatness, strive for our goals, and just keep putting out good energy. But I want to pick your brains about Jordan Davis, because if you ask me, I think Jordan Davis is going to make an immediate impact. I think Jordan Davis, an immediate impact. Because let's think about what Jordan Davis brings to the table, right? Let's think about Jordan Davis' skill set right now and what the Eagles lacked previously before he got here. We got 19 people on the live stream. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate that. How many third and short situations have the Eagles been forced into? How many third and short situations have the Philadelphia Eagles been forced into? Basically, how many times have we failed on first down? How many times have we failed on second down? How many times have we failed on third down? Way too many times. So, Jordan Davis will almost definitely eliminate all of that. Let's think about Jordan Davis, what he brings to the table. He's your prototypical nose tackle, damn near 320, 330 pounds, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", big dude, strong like an ox, can not only take up double teams, but takes on triple teams, completely clogs the running lanes, opens up the gaps for his linebackers and his edge rushers to get through. If one man is taking up 3 offensive linemen, where does the running back go? Yes, Jordan Davis has to improve as a pass rusher. He has to. But if his floor is a bona fide run stuffer like Vita Vea, the guy in Tampa Bay, that's a hell of a pickup. Jordan Davis is going to make the lives of everyone on that defensive line and the linebackers so much easier. Jordan Davis's presence allows for Jonathan Gannon to do so many different things. Jordan Davis's presence alone will prevent the Philadelphia Eagles from being put in too many third and short situations. You see, creating third and long situations for your opponent is crucial. Therefore, we're going to always be ahead of the chains. If we continue to limit guys to averaging 2 to 3 yards a carry, do you know how crazy this defense is going to be? If we can limit offenses to only averaging about 2 to 3 yards a carry, if we can force teams to have to throw the ball, we're going to be in business, because now we have some more speed in that linebacker room. We added some more talent in the cornerback room. I trust Marcus Epps to step up. I trust Anthony Harris to be serviceable. But just think, if we can force teams to completely abandon the run game, because they're going to get tested. And the way this team is built, more times than not, we're going to win at the point of attack. Like I said, Jordan Davis's value is astronomical right now. Jordan Davis is arguably the most important defensive player on the Philadelphia Eagles. Would you not agree? Because of his skill set, because of what he brings to the table. Would you not agree that Jordan Davis is arguably the most valuable piece in our defensive puzzle? Marina Sands, I get what you're saying, but you got to understand what I'm saying. Don't get lost in the weeds. Jordan Davis comes into the NFL ready to be plug and played. Now, does he have to develop pass rush moves? Yes, of course. But is he a bona fide, legit run stuffer? Yes, he is. Good luck trying to stop him one-on-one. He's gonna overpower you. He's faster than what you think. And I'm not saying he's Vea right now. I'm not saying that. But is Vea known for his pass rush? No. Is Jordan Davis known for his pass rush? Not yet. But you say he has a long way to go to become Vea. I don't think so. A long way to go? I don't think so. I just don't think so. I think he could be a Vita Vea that's his floor. You dig what I'm saying? That's his floor. I think he can be a Vita Vea type at his floor. But what about his ceiling? If he can master pass rush moves, if he can add 2 to 3 pass rush moves, a nice bull rush, a nice swing move, you know what I'm saying? Getting violent with those hands. If he can take that part of his game to another level, oh my God. Does he have potential to be one of the most dominant defensive tackles this game has ever seen because of his athletic traits, because of his gifts? You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. He got to put in the work. He got to put in that sweat equity. You dig what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I'm with you. But his value to this scheme, Drew, his value to this team is astronomical right now. Duncan says Vita Vea only uses bull rush moves. That lets us know Davis is closer to him. Marina Sands says no, he doesn't. And until he learns to play with leverage and power, he will not be a force and will get handled by NFL guard. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see. Because everybody I know, everybody I've seen that talked about the game that I respect, like a Brian Boldinger or Baldy, like guys that I respect, the way they dissect the game, they say this kid is going to be unstoppable. Watch. Because you can't take him one-on-one. You can't. He's bigger than every guard in the NFL. He's bigger than every guard. He's stronger than every guard. Like, he's not going to be you think these NFL guards are going to be able to take him one-on-one? You really think that? With all due respect. You think these NFL guards are going to be able to take him one-on-one? I think not. He's going to get double teamed every single play at minimum. At minimum. He too big. He too strong. He too quick for his size. All those things. I'm confused. Duncan, you talking to her? Or you talking to Marina, or you talking to me? Because I'm trying to understand. All I'm saying is Davis, his floor can be a Vita Vea type. Like, Vita Vea is not known as a pass rusher. He's not. I think Vita Vea is the real deal. 6'4", 347 pounds. He is the real deal. But he not known as a pass rusher. Never had 5 sacks in his career. He only, in his 4-year career, he has 11 and a half sacks. But you can't run past that, man. That's a fact. You can't run past that man at all. You can't run past him. The dude is really a problem. All I'm saying is Jordan Davis has a very, very, very high ceiling. And his floor is high as well. That's all I'm saying. Richie says, I would like to see Davis contribute to the team as a fullback or goal line package until he is ready to receive more snaps in the D-line rotation. Interesting. Marina Sands says Dickerson will push him around like a rag doll. All right. Okay. Wills Duncan says, now you're just talking. Davis doesn't get bullies at the point of attack. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what Marina's talking about. Like, to just all of a sudden pretend this kid is getting bullied at the point of attack. Like, I don't understand. I don't know where this revisionist history is. Like, Jordan Davis is 6'6", 340. Moving like an edge rusher. Landon Dickerson, 6'6", 333. Similar size. And this is why I love the way this team is built right now, because they're going to challenge each other. Davis is going to get better because of guys like Landon Dickerson. He's going to get better because of guys like Isaac Samalu and guys like, Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey. He's going to get better. See, this is why I love what we're building in Philadelphia, because this team is going to sharpen each other. Iron sharpens iron. Our trenches are so talented, they're going to make each other better. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be spectacular to be a part of. I'm so excited that Jordan Davis has guys like Landon Dickerson to practice against. I'm so glad Jordan Davis has guys like, Jordan Mailata and Jason Kelsey, Jack Driscoll, Isaac Samalu, Lane Johnson to practice against. I'm so glad he has legit offensive line talent to practice up against. Because you know what's going to happen? He's going to have to get better. He's going to get tested by the best, going to get tested by the strongest, and therefore he's going to be unstoppable. And I'm putting money on that. I'm putting everything on that. I put that on everything I love. Best believe. But look, you guys, this live stream has been going for a little over an hour. I appreciate all of you guys for being here, being a part of the live stream, smashing that like button. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate you guys for subscribing. If you're new to the content, I appreciate all of you guys who are already subscribed and committed to me for the long haul. You guys are truly, truly spectacular, amazing. You guys are all talented, smart individuals, passionate individuals, and I want you to understand that I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and I'm here for you. We all got a story to tell. We all got people depending on us. We all got people that love us. Let's move accordingly. Let's move with love, and let's move with intention. You guys, I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.